is a chant of a madman in this tale from a strange land. Maybe the chant of the madman is the only salvation. Oh. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to another weekend review right here on the street 919 FM. Welcome to those of you locked on Facebook and YouTube. Iwer TV on YouTube and Street 919 FM on Facebook. Welcome. I want to say good afternoon, wherever part of the world you may be. Welcome to the show, the weekend review. And this week, as always, a lot in all the weeks pass by, there's a lot going on in sweet Trinidad and Tobago, this twin island republic, and I always say, and some of you may be upset with me for saying it, and I always say Trinidad is not a real place. It's a nightmare. Voice of the one in the background, David, the King David rather. Yes, the man himself with the madman rant. It had to be like all a week going mad here because, boy, things just not going how it's supposed to be. It's just not. Anyway, I wanted to touch on some of the things that happened this week. I want to apologize for my co-host TC for not being here again this week. He have some commitments that he have to fulfill, and because of that, he cannot be here again this week. So I am here with you. This week I'll go again by myself, right? So let's kick it off. This week, the hot topic this week was he didn't do it. Yes, the guy that claims to be the fugitive, the guy that claimed to have shot the constable in Diego Martin in Rich Plain, right, is now no longer a fugitive and wanted by the police. Yes. New evidence via the autopsy shows that a constable officer that got shot was shot in the back of the head. And based on what the residents and the fugitive that in a voice note said in his defense and in his story, that the police was shot allegedly by one of his fellow officers. Now he's being called upon to be a witness in that shooting. So now they have to define whether or not if the officer's death was an accident or was it deliberate. So investigations are now continuing. But for the past week or so, the media, the people, the ground people was already saying that this young fella did it, including our acting commissioner of police was live in a press conference or in a interview already saying right? They should have never shoot one away. They declare war and all this thing, you know. And I'm my humble self saying, why are you saying this? Yes, last week when I came here, I said I don't mind the police go out and a manhunt, but do it for every single murder that happens in Trinidad and Tobago, because all lives matter. All lives, not just a police constable, not just a politician, not just every single life matter. So the same vibrant, exuberant way you went to capture this young man. And I have to say this, I am saying that young fella, brother, I'm talking to you right now. Lucky thing they didn't catch you. That's all I have to say. I ain't putting in no other words. All I have to say, if they had caught you, we would have been singing a different song here today. Right? Let the science prove your innocence. And it did. So that was one of the things that happened this week. I know you guys going to give in your 2 cents on that situation with regards to the young fella that was actually accused and to me in the public court was convicted. I know people was already saying, let it catch you and kill him quick. Yes, people were saying that. And I was saying, why? I don't know. People, they having conflicting stories with regards to the shooting. And now here it is, everything has been revealed, and he's no longer a fugitive. I think he actually came in, and now they want him to be a witness to give evidence towards the case that is going on, the investigation that is going on. All right, next thing this week here, before I move on again, before I open the lines and take calls, because there's a lot of things that happened this week. Another thing I want to talk about, right, is the new alleged reports of another rise in COVID cases, especially in schools, primary schools, secondary schools. Cases have gone up, and they are blaming people are going wrong again, helter skelter. Oh, the teacher should not open back the school, and the teachers and the ministry and this and that, and the blame game start. The blame game start again. And who should be blamed? And the parents supposed to leave them the children if they're sick, and the children giving this one it, and who get this, and the teachers complaining, and principals want to close down the school, and this and that, and the ministry, and oh Lord, here we go again. Here we go again. Yesterday's paper's front page, COVID cases rise, on the rise in TNT amongst children. You see in school, Presbyterian schools putting out reports. And I am like, wow, are we really doing this again? I want to ask a question. I want to ask Trinidad and Tobago a question. Is the common cold obsolete? Does it no longer exist? Is there nothing called common cold or getting the flu again? The flu that was there since back ancient of time, that human beings always used to get, and used to have a flu season where flu is always on the rise and cold. Everybody's get a little cold, you know. Twice, 3 times for the year, might catch a cold. You take some tablets, so you take some Tylenol or Panadol, whatever it is. You drink some Buckley's cough syrup or whatever cough syrup it says. You children sometimes you get cold on your nose, you give them some histocin, whatever. I just calling thing off my head. some Vicks, they rub you down with Vicks and thing when you're coughing, and you know they put some up your nose, they give some fever grass, tea to drink, or some you know, Zebra Peak and these things. I want to know, is it now that when you have the flu or you have the cold, you automatically have COVID now? Is that the new thing now? Is that the new trend? So, children showing symptoms of flu, or get cold, or coughing, they get fever, or they get sick, or they have runny nose, they have COVID. And I wanted to explain to you this because right now, everything around COVID is being... I'm looking for a word here. Oh, let me break it down in layman terms. All the lies about COVID has been dismantled. All the conspiracy theorists who was talking before and saying this thing ain't adding up and this thing ain't right and something, it all has been dismantled right now. Even the FDA and the CDA and all these people, the science is now proven that even the tests on them that are testing it cannot give you the right test. Some of the tests is being falsified and all kind of thing. Yes, go and do your research. The same scientists telling you that there's no way you can test this because the PCR test and all these things was something like 75% to 85% giving you false positive and all kind of thing. So how do you know that these children have COVID and not the common cold? Because the same symptoms for the common cold is the same symptoms for COVID. So why? What's the big issue? It is proven, the science proven that COVID-19 in children, right, have a 0.09. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm talking layman. Out of 100 children, less than 99.1 point something percent ever died from COVID since the pandemic happened. The children that died from COVID is so small, right? And they had other underlying sickness. You understand? They already were sick with something else, and that's why the COVID made them die. But COVID in children have proven not to be obsolete. 99.99% of the children that got COVID recover. So what is the big deal? What is the big deal? What is the whole hullabaloo and run up and down and, oh God, is that the COVID case is good? Come on. We still doing this? We still falling for this? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, you know. I don't know. But I think we kind of getting too, how to put it? You blown this out of proportion right now, because we definitely can't go into another lockdown. Our economy cannot take another lockdown, right? And if the narrative is getting children vaccinated, it's already proven that these vaccines are having side effects in children. Something called myocarditis. I'm going to be pronouncing it wrong because I'm not no doctor. But go and read it up and do your research. It is there. And I don't think parents should take a chance doing that. They stand a better chance getting sick, see them for 3-4 days, get them some medicine, and when they recover, send them back up to school. The memo should be, if your children sick, keep them at home. That's all. Not this hullabaloo, they have to get tests to go and tests to come back to school and test all the children. And the tests will say they have COVID because the common cold symptoms is just like this virus. It's the same symptoms. So come on. Now we stop that. Moving on. Moving on. So after this one, I'm going to take calls. So I talk about the fugitive, well, not a fugitive, I just say the public enemy number one for who was hiding from the police service. I talk about that with the shooting of the constable and the death of the constable. I want to say condolences to the family of that constable who lost his life in the line of duty. I wonder what happened to the $1 million that these officers who died in the line of duty is supposed to get. Is that still working? I don't know. I'm asking the question. Does the family of the police officers that died in the line of duty, that $1 million, do they still get it? I don't know. Somebody will tell me. Right? Asking that question. And third, no matter of fact, how we do. Let me open the lines on these two topics because the next topic I have to talk about is kind of lengthy. So the numbers to call is 3420081, 3420081. The WhatsApp number 7711791 and 4665391. We're taking your calls. The lines are open, so you can call me and talk about either topics that happened this week in review. As you will realize, and the next thing I want to talk about is going to come in the next hour. I still have to touch on the let's see some just let's see. Okay, well, I'm trying to get the phone lines up. In the meantime, I'm going to talk about the next topic. Right? So, people, the lines are open if you want to call. Right? I'm checking the phones here to make sure they're working. So, yes. So, I happened... Lucky me was to be in the company speaking to an economist this week here on Monday. Yes, on Monday I had the opportunity to talk to an economist one-on-one. Graduated, I have a master's degree in economics. And there's a next type of economics that he have a degrees into, which is the next, I think it's microeconomics or something like that. I can't remember. He told me, but I just can't remember. I could be wrong. But it's another higher degree into economics that he told me he had. And we were talking about the economy of Trinidad and Tobago, right? And what he told me, right, had me feeling so hurt and so down. It's like I lost all hope after he spoke to me, because we were speaking and he break it down for me in layman terms what is really going on with regards to the economy of Trinidad and Tobago. So you can remember sometime last week or week before I was talking about gas and the gas prices and why they have to go up, and Trinidad is an oil and gas economy, and you know we need to come out and stand up and we need to, and I was claiming to say that we have no reason to raise the gas because we base our budgets on oil and gas. And if gas prices is high, then we supposed to be happy. We supposed to know that we're making money, because if our budget is pegged on a price that is lower than the price that we are getting, it means they may win the surplus. And I got a rude awakening. I was like depressed when I heard what he told me. And simple, I'm going to explain it to you right now, so just get my hearing, people. It's simple. Our oil production have been low for some time. He told me the amount of years, but I don't want to go deep into that. Right? So here it is, our oil production is very low. We are not producing the amount of oil we used to back in the days, in the 90s and the 2000s. It's so bad that the oil production is not bringing enough forex. We are slowly relying on natural gas. And the gas income that we're getting can barely even pay public servants. So, in other words, oil and gas in Trinidad and Tobago is no longer our cash cow. It's no longer our mainstream of income. It is our mainstream of income, but it's no longer lucrative. We're not making any big headway in that. We're not making as much as we want to and as much as we like to. Right? So because of that, we had deficit budgets every single year. I don't want to call the years because I don't want to go into politics with this. I want to just bring economics. I don't want to point no finger and blame no political party, so I'm not calling no year. I'm just going down the years of how much, right? So for years, we have been getting deficit budget after deficit budget after deficit budget. Meaning to say, all our budgets for years have been more money that we were initially making. We were spending more than we're making, right? It also means to say, every time we sell oil and gas, we're supposed to get forex. Now, forex is very essential, which is the US dollar, in order to buy goods and services, right? Because our importation of food alone bill relies on forex, and that bill alone is in some way in the billions, right? So the government have to find this, how much billions of dollars for food alone in forex, right? And then we have to find money to pay public servant salary, and then we have to find money to do all our natural services that we do for the country, right? So because of this deficit, and because we're not making the amount of money that we used to, right, the governments have to borrow. So on top of having deficit budget, where we not putting back in, we were borrowing, right? Borrowing money from countries or some organizations in order to keep afloat or to keep our head above the water. Sadly, the economist told me that pretty soon this cannot continue. We cannot continue doing this. Eventually, we will be so much in debt that we won't be able to get no more loans, right? On top of that, this particular government have been using money from the Heritage and Stabilization Fund in order to pay bills, pay public servants and all of that. And the Heritage and Stabilization Fund is dwindling. It was at 12 point something billion US, and now it's only 1 point something billion US. It means to say over 10 billion US already been used in the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. This is words of the economist telling me. It also means, right, that pretty soon all the subsidies are going to be removed. The subsidy on water, the subsidy on electricity, and of course the first subsidy is going to be removed entirely, is the subsidy on gas. When that happens, our country is going to be in a crisis. It means to say that the government will have no other alternative but to float the dollar. And if you don't know what that means, it means to say that our money pegged to US is going to be plenty more money than $7 as it is now. It's going to be somewhere around $13 or $14, double or triple the amount. And also, we will no longer be able to pay public servants. So public servants are going to lose first a lot of their gratuity and their perks, and then they're going to lose. Some of them have to go home. Other things that the government will have to do is like close down a lot of government institutions and sell some of them, like Wasa. And those are what top heavy now, Wasa, T and Tech. But TSCT and them on the chopping block already, the port, other places that, you know. And that being said, that picture that I just said that the economist told me, right, is going to put Trinidad in a worse off state than it is right now. If you think we bad now, think about when all these things go on, right? He said there's no other alternative, but the people will have to feel it. Everything is going to be removed. They have no choice. They cannot continue doing this, right? So me, with my bright self, say, ask the billion-dollar question here. What's the billion-dollar question I ask the economists? How can we fix it? And you know what he said to me? He said, one thing we can fix this with that have been bandying about from since 1980 to now, every single government on a platform has spoken about it. Every single political party in the rallies talk about it. And every time they win election, they don't do nothing. One word. And guess what is that? Diversification. It simply means that we have to diversify our economy, move it away from oil and gas, and find other means of income, making money, to bring in foreign exchange. Simple. You go think that's not rocket science. You go think, well, that's easy to do, you know? That's not rocket science. Because we've been talking about diversification ever since I was a little boy to tell him about diversification. Every single government had a plan to diversify the economy. And every single one just stick to oil and gas and milk the cow, till the cow and have no more milk. Oil and gas cow don't have no more milk in it. And I remember P.J. Patterson from Jamaica in an interview when they was going to form the Federation of the Caribbean. And these Iwer pull out and they say one from one leaves you or something. So there's some bacchanal, so I can't remember exactly how it went. And he said, the day will come when that same oil and gas money that Trinidad had is going to turn on them. I think the chickens have to come home to roost. No. So, I just paint a picture in our people's minds who still arguing about PNM and UNC and this one and PDP and Watson Duke and all. They want to talk one set of crap every day about who do this and who do that and who don't like who and who this and the we and them. And why are they doing fighting? Why is all they fighting? Trinidad is sinking. You understand? Whilst we are fighting and quarreling and cussing one another, Trinidad is sinking. And nobody's paying attention. And nobody's doing anything about it. Right? Nobody's even coming up with a plan to diversify the economy. We're not even talking diversification right now. Knowing for a fact that we're heading down that road. And I know some politicians will come up and ball, not so we could do this and we could do that and we have money coming in here. And always. But if it's so good and we have things happening good, why it is it's so bad now? Why it is you have to raise gas when oil is at its highest? Think about it, and that question was baffling me and I only realized why. only when that economist spoke to me. And we want to cost the Guyanese vice president or the former president of Guyana when he said trade is falling because he know. He want to cost the girl who went up for Miss World. When she talk about what's going on in Trinidad, and we want to say that, they don't know what they're talking about. We did that. But the reality, the harsh reality is that we're going to end up somewhere like Venezuela or Haiti or even Guyana, how it was before. Well, Guyana's going up now, the economic ladder, because they got oil. Right now, Guyana more oil than we by far. Guyana is destined to be the new Dubai of the Caribbean, if they play the cards right. And what did we do with all our blessings? The lines are open. 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791. That's the WhatsApp number. I think that phone is giving trouble. So call more on the 466-5391. That's 466-5391. If you want to get in on the program, 342-0081 or 466-5391. The lines are open. So let's who's on the phone lines right now. Hello.
Hey, Heavy. Good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon, my brother.
This is one of your better programs, is now calling.
Mm-hmm.
It's first time I hear you explaining to people, especially the poor or the lower class people, so that you would understand we should start with every home again.
Mm-hmm.
We, the one in the lower class, is the one who will feel it more. You know, everybody's going to feel it, you know, but we need to start with every home again.
Yep.
So that we would not go in the market and quarrel with the person who buying to sell and all these kind of things. It starts with us. It starts with us. The government have a role to play, and we have a role to play. Regardless of which government come in power, I think I have to live. I have to live. I will plant. I will continue to plant, and it will help. It will help. It may not be able to satisfy my needs, but it will help.
Mm-hmm.
I can say without boasting, since last year I haven't bought things like celery, side, parsley, shadow benny, and all these kind of things, and we need to be able to. You don't have to have everything. Let's have something to help you. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. And you're exactly correct. We have to start a plant. That is one means of diversifying our economy. Caller? Oh, I lost that caller. Call me back, caller. Sorry about that. If you are trying to call the WhatsApp line, the WhatsApp line is giving a little problems there. So call me on, you have to call me on either 342-0081 or 466-5391. Hello?
Yeah, Heavy.
Yes, caller.
Yes. So, when Patrick Manning was trying with the smelter plant, that wasn't diversification trying, at least he was trying.
Yes, that was a form of diversification.
Right. They didn't want that, right? Not so?
Who they didn't want it?
Well, apparently, the people that say no, like you saying just now,
Mm-hmm.
nobody ever tried diversification. That's what you're saying, no?
Yeah, but is it working? Is it there now? Is it benefiting us? It's not there no more. Also, the gas and liquid plant, that's not there no more.
Wait, how it could work if it was never given a chance?
I don't understand.
And then you now saying, no, that nobody never tried. They talk it on platform, they do this, they do that.
Okay.
Another example too is Dr. Rowley and Sandal. They didn't want that either.
Okay.
Not so?
Okay, you need to understand, right, the reasons. I don't want to go into no politics. To me, this is bigger than poor Rowley and
No,
all this crying over spilled milk right now, and who would do this and who was trying to do that and what kind of thing. Right, it ain't making no sense right now because yeah, why you trying to tell you right now, right? The board plans had complications, right? It was putting us in debt.
You wait.
You know
You
that
say both plans had
the
complications?
both plans. You know, right now we still paying
What was
for
the complication?
we still paying a company with for water or something with electricity because of that smelter
who
plan
caused
that
that?
didn't
Who caused
happen.
Who caused that?
Who caused that? We, the three citizens, caused that.
No, the people who was in charge at that time caused that.
And if we still playing point the finger and blame, how we gonna fix it?
No, because you say just now, nobody, all the politicians just come and talk and they don't try.
So-
I am trying
so-
to show you that we had politicians talk the talk, walk the walk, and when they do it, people like all here fight it out.
So
They
why?
listen nothing.
Wait, hold up. If your father, right, go and buy a Mercedes Benz, right, and or you don't have a
I mean,
fridge in
yeah,
your house, wait, you don't have a fridge, a stove, or a tank of gas, or no food in your
Right,
house
so
to
he
eat,
buy a
and the
Mercedes
father
Benz?
could buy a B13 or a B15, and he choose to buy a Mercedes Benz because he feel that he better car to buy with the money.
So if he could
No,
afford a
wait.
Mercedes Benz, that means he have money.
Well, if you have money for so why you don't have fridge and stove and gas in the house for you to eat?
So you telling me a man who have money,
I just breaking it down for you in my terms, you know.
You're not making sense. A man
You
who have
not
money,
you
have
not
no
making no
fridge
sense
and
because
stove
that
now.
Sanders deal, right, was costing us more than it was making money for us. You know that?
No, the Sanders deal was following the model of Hyatt. And you're
What's
saying
one of the
Hyatt
model
is
of
the
Hyatt?
same? Yes, in Port of Spain, the same model, bill, they take your money, bill, bring in the company with a name, because they have a name, let they get a share, and we get a share, and everybody smiling. Right now, Hyatt is prospering.
Let me ask that question.
That was the
Let me
same
ask that
model
question.
they was going to do with Sandals. Use money.
You know the whole deal with Sanders? Do you know? I'm just asking that question. Do you know the whole deal with Sanders? That's what that Sanders was getting?
And I know at that time, the
No, I
media
ask you a simple
was
question. Do you
bringing
know the deal with
lies to the
Sanders?
population. No, but this is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
The media at that time was bringing
It
misinformation.
had no misinformation. It
The
was.
same misinformation that you believe now. That is the same thing.
I'm
was
not arguing with you.
down.
I'm not arguing with you. I just asking a simple question. Do you
what
know
I'm
the
trying to
deal
say is-
that Sanders was getting? Can you tell me the deal that Sanders was getting? That was going to
The
benefit
deal
us?
was, and I just explain it to you. The deal was to use our money, bill it, take Sanders' name, go with it. Sanders now would have the management, same Hyatt, the same deal with Hyatt, the same way. They get a deal profit, we get a profit. Simple. Tobago, that was the deal.
That wasn't the deal, Panda. That wasn't the deal. First thing first. First thing first.
We wasn't going to use money.
Listen to me. First thing first. We were giving them the land, which was no man's land, which was
Nobody
prime real
wants
estate.
that
Hold up.
misinformation
Hold up.
Nobody
We was
wants
giving them the.
nobody no land.
Listen, why you don't want to listen? Why you want to spread your propaganda and you don't want me to educate you?
Heavy.
You don't want me to educate you. Let me educate you. First thing first, we was giving them the land. Right? Okay? Then we was billing it for them with our money. Right? We was also giving them it to run. Then they wanted everything to come in for that hotel from their people, whoever part of the world there is. They wanted their managers all up. They wanted their managers and them. Wait, I don't know misinformation that the dealer was getting. That is not misinformation. And on top of that, they was going to get 40 years no tax exemptions. Wait, now man, you know they want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. You want to lie on the radio and they want to hear the truth.
Hyatt only building.
Hyatt only building, no, but who in the right mind gonna build a hotel for a man to come and take it and make all the money from it? That was a deal that was going to put us in debt.
All the way to the bank.
Hello. Hello.
Get a share.
Why you
Nobody
think?
wasn't taking all the profit. That's what you said.
Wait.
You know
Let me ask you a question. 40 years no tax. Who was making the money?
You get a 40 years no tax.
But it was in the deal. Go and get. Listen to me. If there's a new thing now, you can go and ask for public information. Go and ask for it and read it.
Heavy.
Oh God, you go and ask for it and read it.
The contract, the deal didn't even finish. There was a negotiation, and people was making up their own thing coming out of the negotiations and the negotiations.
The reason why Sanders pull out because people was realizing. No, here I say, Public Information Act. The people got the information that was going on and realized that is a raw deal.
Give it time for the contract to finish to let we see what was in the
What contract? We had to do a contract and wait and then see? Nah, man. You do a contract with somebody, right? And then wait till after the contract done to just see what they're doing? Come on now, you ain't making no sense. Brother, you're not making no sense. The negotiation was on the table. It was things of non-disclosure. But there's something called Freedom of Public Information Act. That
you should check out that because it have none because the deal never finished. And that's why I tried
it could not finish because it had loopholes in the deal that was benefiting Sanders.
Propaganda
there was no propaganda, misinformation. You get brainwashed.
No, I not get brainwashed. What I try to tell you
listen to me. I'm not against no. Listen to me. I'm not against no. And listen to me. We already have Mandela, Grand and Hilton in Tobago. Wait. But you not listen. You not listen. We can sing together. We can't talk together. I'm not even talking about Sanders. Because that to me, that and all fail. Right? Every single thing that was brought to the table to diversify was either too expensive, too elaborate, too absorbent for our country, right? And somebody was going to eat our food. The only how they was going to diversify anything is if they was eating all from it. Simple. We have been talking diversification since the beginning of time, but no real diversification ever come to the table. You know why? Because always some kind of pie in the sky, something they want to go and do that go down cost with billions and billions of dollars. Simple thing. And it's a prime example. The gas liquid plant that happened, that was going to be built with over how much billions of US dollars that gone down the journey. Do you want to call the figure because it's getting depressed? They just gone. Right? And when this government came in, they just dropped the case. To the lords in England, I want to know what the hell going on in Trinidad. They want to know what the hell, somebody can just come and drop a case with too much money involved and just let it go. And if you don't want to talk about the case of Malcolm Jones and the gas liquid plant, how much billions of dollars, and that was even supposed to cost all that money. Because there's a gas liquid plant in Qatar never cost all that money. Qatar had the first ever gas liquid plant in the world. Right? And how it can cost them so much of billions of US dollars to build. So why it must cost us that? Go and do your research. Anyway, I'm going to take our next call. Hello? Caller? Caller? That sound. Hey. Hold on, caller. Hold on. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Okay, I get you now.
Right, this is Tabakit here.
Yes.
Now, it's a relaxing Saturday, even though it's on the eve of May Day, and as the union, as we speak, gathering momentum in the second city. So we say happy May Day to all workers, those who continue to struggle in the vineyard.
Tabakit? I'm sorry to tell you, we only have 1 minute before the break. Call me back as soon as the break time is over, and I'm going to take your calls because I know you have to get more than 1 minute to talk.
Definitely.
Right? So call me back. We're going to have this conversation after.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you very much. So people, we got to go for a break. And this is the problem. We keep arguing things in the past about who do this and who do that and who did it. How are we going to fix it now? How are we going to fix it now? You still studying Sanders. That didn't fall through already and that gone through the door. How are we going to fix it? You studying why say and why didn't say. How are we going to fix it? And about propaganda. How are we going to fix the economy now? That's what I want to know. So we're going for a break right now. 20 seconds on the clock before we go to that break. When we come back in the second hour, I'm just going to go to the lines and take calls because we have a lot of calls on the line. A lot of you trying to call in. So when we come back, we're going to take your calls. Right on a Saturday, the weekend review with Heavy Duty.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Happy place in my life, every living day. Happy place in my life, every living day. Hey, I'm a happy place in my life, and it can't change. And I just come out here to do right. That's why I will never ever change. Everywhere I go, that's why I will never ever change. If you're watching in your house right now, start the show. Tell them. So when you see me rocking with my friends, it's just a love, it's just a vibe, so yes. And when you see me rocking by myself, tell them it's no far pretend, so me tell them. And when you see the liquor in the air, we live your life like it's no problem. And everybody put your hand in the air. Say, that's why I will never ever change. I'm a happy everywhere I go. So do the dance, never ever change. I'm a happy everywhere. Put a smile on your face. We tell them a smile a day. Give the vibes away. And a smile a day. Give bad vibes away. We tell them a smile a day. Give the vibes away. And a smile a day. Take a jump a day. That's why I will never ever change. I'm a happy place everywhere I go. Say I'm a happy place. I will never ever change. I'm a happy place everywhere I go. I'm a happy place.
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. Right here on the street, 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
From the moment you first crossed eyes
It's a girl.
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. You don't know.
Mom loves to comment on the pictures you post
That's my daughter. I remember when she was in Pampers.
and call during those important meetings.
Hello?
Leroy, you want food later?
Mom, I'm in a meeting. But what you cook?
Show Mom more love with great Mother's Day specials from B-Mobile. Get a 30-day prepaid plan for only $100. Handsets with any postpaid plan starting at $499. Plus, 1 month free service and 25% off for 11 months when you switch to B-Mobile. It's more love for moms with B-Mobile.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle every Monday from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street 919 FM.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 3.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
This is the voice of Tuesday Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:15 to 9:45 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Greetings and blessing in the name of our wonderful Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia. And we would like to invite you to listen to the Final Hour broadcast every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning on the Street 919 FM radio.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444.
Please be sure to tune in and prepare to be blessed.
My life, I lay it on the altar. Here's my life.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Check out the Children's Hour Worship Ministry of the Word and the Family Forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You, and every Friday evening from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the Street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Okay, so we are back. We are back right here on the Street 919 FM. As I say, we're going to go straight to the phone lines. I will say my piece after. Caller.
Oh, yeah, Brother Heavy.
Yes.
So let me take this opportunity to wish all workers in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean happy May Day as they struggle, they working poor, those who work just for another salary, just for another day. Yeah, so I say happy May Day, as today they march in San Fernando for a better life, for a better economy. And let me take this opportunity before I come to my point. Let me wish you happy Press Freedom Day, which will take place on Tuesday. And why I'm wishing you that, I know this program is geared for press freedom. I know you believe in democracy, and everybody will have this say, regardless to their political affiliation. If they are not disciplined, you will cut them off, but they can come back and make a contribution. So I say, as Tuesday we're coming, because I know you wouldn't have a program before Tuesday again. So I'm wishing you, as a budding journalist, happy World Press Freedom. And to all the brothers and sisters who will celebrate May Day, I say push forward, push back, and stand up for what is your right. Let me go quickly to your editorial. Brother Heavy, I heard you. But this evening, I'm sorry to say, but I have to do this. I take off my political cap to say this. From since independence till now, all governments have spit in the citizen's face. And I tell you what, all of them thief the money to run shit today. Every government is responsible for the state of this present economy. And I make no apology for saying so.
And I agree with you.
Brother Heavy, look here, man. From the time we found the first oil and gas in this nation's soil and in the sea around us, it has been pilfered by every government. And listen to me.
Every single.
I told no prisoners who want to vex, who want to talk news that Tabaki says so. I don't care. It is time we call it. And what is happening in this country, Brother Heavy, is a lack of political will. Let me repeat this. What is happening in Trinidad and Tobago is a lack of political will. And who on state board and who getting contracts, look, that is my business. Who want to stop people from calling so somebody go hear you and you did well, that is all your blasted business, excuse my language. But I'm saying Trinidad and Tobago is not doing well. Or you could write whatever on the blog about me. Or you could call and you could curse me, or you could go on another program. It is not my business. I take no prisoners. And let me say this, and hear me well, and this is not taking for no UNC, but the partnership is not in government. The person in government is the Rowley administration. And hear me well, that is how I have to call it. If Kamala was in position, I would have had to say the Prasad Visesa administration. But who is there is the Rowley administration. And I am saying, you talk in terms of diversifying the economy.
Yep.
Diversification. One of the critical area we need to go is agriculture.
Correct.
And let me tell you why. And let me take my time and slow down and talk easy to tell you why. Brother, I don't want to be long. So let's go there. Approximately 95% of our goods and services, when it comes to agriculture, we import it.
Exactly.
That is a heavy bill on the economy. So when we talk in terms of forex, and I'll tell you, and I'm saying this, I'm knocking all government. None of the government will get into agriculture, I tell you what. You see, if you put in 50 million to run an ad, regardless to the government, and based upon your friends, let's say, in the, let my mind playing tricks on me, it will come back to me. And let's say you're talking packaging and all this thing. What you're looking at there, You is not going to put any set of money into agriculture. And I am saying, any government, because when you tell me the allocation that you give to agriculture, you're really not giving anything. It's piecemeal.
Correct.
And one of the strongest areas there is agro-processing. And you can't come and tell me, well, okay, you tell some young people, go and register, do this, do that. Give me a break. Go to Tabak in Tabakit. I had relatives who doing agriculture there. And when I told them some of the piecemeal thing they talk, they laugh. Because watch me, sometimes heavy, you doing a crop, and sometimes within 2 weeks' time you could spend $50,000 because blight take it kill out the field. So I am saying here, and why I'm stressing on agriculture, a nation that cannot feed itself, that nation cannot stand proud.
You no longer hearing that? Tabakit, you no longer hearing that since I small I hearing that.
And this is the problem in Trinidad. So to the political prostitutes, to those who have an agenda, to those who want the bloggers, let me tell you something. And I want to start back just where I started. All governments have failed this nation. What they would have done, they took the wealth of this nation. They thief it. Let me say it real heavy. They thief it for the friends, the family, and the big bourgeois. And it is time, I am saying this evening, we need new blood. We need young blood. We need 41 new people in that parliament. Because I'll tell you why, you cannot put cat towards butter in hot sun. Let me repeat this.
Tabakit.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell you this, whoever government going there after this government, right, is going to end up in the same problem. To fix this problem, it have to start now. We have to grab the bull by the horn now and try to do diversification. We behind time for doing diversification. We were supposed to do diversification 10 years ago. We need to start it now. We can't wait till a new government come in.
Let me say this. What we really need in Trinidad is constitutional reform. And until we didn't get that, we got what? You could bring back Eric Williams. You could move Eric Williams. You could bring Chambers. You could move Chambers. You bring Manning. You could move Mr. Manning. You bring Mr. Pandey. You could move Pandey. Bring Kamla. Move Kamla. Bring Dr. Rowley. Bring, regardless to who you bring. I am saying constitutional reform. And as I take my leave, I take no prisoners. All governments who pass through here, they thief the money. They thief the money. And this administration is no different. And the one before, no different. They are thieves. Tabakit Outano.
Thank you very much, Tabakit. Just callers are seen on the line, but I just need to say something. I need to say something, and based on what Tabakit said. I was here since I small. A nation that cannot feed itself. Oh, Lord Father. I've been hearing since I small. Every single government talk about diversification. But let me tell you what is the problem. You see this thing called party politics? We and them, red and yellow and green and all these things. It's here to divide. And a nation divided cannot prosper. Could never prosper. Could never. Or they want to talk about God and God and God. You feel God like division? You feel God like hate? Eh? We so divided here as a shame. We divided via race, creed, color, class, and politics. We have to suffer. You know why? Because this guy who want to say that Sanders, we pass up an opportunity with Sanders, he only saying that because he mind read. And I say he mind, you know. Because when he don't understand is that every single thing that we ever did in Trinidad and Tobago cost us 10 times more than it was originally is to build. Or even more than 10. Right now, our airport, that airport we have there, right, costs so much money. There are airports in the world 10 times better than that, and it costs that amount of money that our airport costs. Our stadium, that Turuba Stadium down there are football stadium. I'm talking about American football stadiums in the United States. Bigger than that. And it costs the amount of money that stadium costs down there to build. I don't want to believe me? Go and do the maths. Check it. Every single thing we believe in our interchange costing more than our interchange to build anywhere else in the world, because we just triple and double and 10 times more than anything. That is why anything that government does in Trinidad and Tobago, I have a friend, a personal friend of mine, build an upstairs and downstairs house. 4-bedroom upstairs with toilet and bath in two in the master bedroom and thing, and living room, kitchen in one, veranda, gallery. Upstairs and downstairs. 2 apartments downstairs. Bill. And it costs you about $700,000 to build it. And he still have work to do, so it might go a little over. And if the government had to build that same house, it would have cost them about $10 million to build. Right? We always taking our taxpayers' money and squandering it. Kickbacks thing, every single government. If a road had to pave and that road costing $100,000, it costing $5 million. Everything when it comes to our government, they like to let's pour more money. Right now we're building a wing in the hospital. Right now we're building the next additional $100 million to finish it. Why? And nobody's asking no questions. We was gonna do a rapid rate here, might have bankrupt we, because the study alone was how much millions US dollars that rest down there. We had a gas and liquid plant that was supposed to be, was gonna cost us so much money that it would have break. All these things costing me too much money. And this is why I said in Qatar they built the first gas and liquid plant, right? We were going to build one here, right? And it ain't done, it ain't finished, it ain't even started, it ain't even do. And it cost me more money than Qatar own. So what are you really trying to tell me, that we waste money? We still love governments here? What governments is get with here, they could get with nowhere else in the world? And it's all because of we the people only studying division. We divided. We don't even study with children, and we don't even study with self. We do not even study in the country. That when all they talking about that they love Trinidad and Tobago, that is getting me vexed, because I know they don't love nothing in Trinidad and Tobago. They love all the party. Because when they check other countries in the world, imagine we have oil and gas. At that time in Trinidad and Tobago, we had pitch. Ask me what happened to we pitch the ground. At least to China, you know why? Because we paying back money that we borrow. It doesn't matter which government do it. It's our money. We had cocoa, the best in the world. Sugar cane at a point in time. All of a sudden, none of these things ain't making no money. You know why? Because of corruption and mismanagement. All they know that Barbados' whole economy, paying bills, paying public servants, fixing roads, running water, electricity, all these things, everything that goes on Barbados, their whole economy just rely on tourism. You know that? They don't have nothing else but tourism. Many other islands in the Caribbean, Grenada, a little spice and a little thing, St. Vincent, Antigua, St. Lucia. These countries rely solely on people coming to their island to spend their money in order for them to make money. What Trinidad doing with we blessed money? We squandering it. And you want to come to talk to me about Sanders? First thing first, a prime minister cannot cut a deal with a private company. That is against the law. That is misbehavior in public office. There's no way a government sitting prime minister or government members of a government can go and cut no deal with no company, no other country to build. No way. It's supposed to be a process. They done start bad already. You can't just automatically give somebody that. You have to have people come in and put it in their quotation. You're supposed to have Sanders, Hilton, Marriott, this one, that one, Hyatt, everybody putting in the bid in order to get the same deal. And then the cheapest one, we do that for them. We can't just go and knock glass with a man and say, oh, hold on. Come and build a hotel down by me then. Yeah, don't worry yourself. I go get the land and I go build the hotel for you, and you just come and run it. You understand? And better yet, tell what, I will get some free tax-free exemptions and things to just come and build it. And I don't worry yourself. I go fix everything. It don't work so. Again, I'm emotional. Let me take some calls. And the number to call 342-008-177-11791. 466, no, don't call the 771, that battery. That phone is dead right now. So the 466-5391, we taking your calls. Caller.
Love in the house.
Love in the house. What's up?
Yeah, we say no better. That's cool. Morning to the world. You was saying all the economy is fixing himself at fix. It wouldn't be to the benefit of the masses. You know, there's so much credit on my phone. You was saying what we need is not to fix it, for we to fix the economy, to suit the people, the masses. You to get rid of the government we're in charge because they can't govern. Or they map out the plan and move into what them plan. What's scary to me right now is when I hear people calling for the opposition leader to come out and join up with the pushback. The pushback is a good movement. But for you to be calling for the opposition leader to come out and join up with the pushback, it's like we have no sense. Because them representing me in parliament at the end of the day. When they're coming out from parliament to do on the pavement, if we have to join up with them, why that's so hard? All the putting the differences aside and all the things, better man. I can't trust this government. Same thing with Kamala government. That's madness. I'm sure I have proof for that. I not time for that right now, but at the end of the day, we need to join up with these people. We can't let these people come out of the parliament and represent you on the pavement. That is madness. That is total madness. I wish me and nobody asks for that again. And let me find a day when everybody in the parliament down there and we go down there and join up with them there and support, strengthen the opposition leader, because that's the only way it could happen. We ain't moving. We singing one song, we need an election. Forget road fix, forget about Ministry of Health, forget anything else. It's an election date we want, we moving from there. That's what we have to get at the end of the day. We can't do that with talk and walking out on the pavement and feel we getting represented out there. Me going and ask them no permission to exercise my rights. If they want to violate it, let them go ahead. At the end of the day, let them go ahead, let them let out the tear gas, the bullet, anything. But at the end of the day, for this to happen, anytime the opposition getting ignored in the parliament and that we ignoring them out here, we denouncing the powers for no reason. We're making it look like they don't exist. And it's these people we need to stand up for them. What kind of sense we have? What kind of sense we have? Come out, Roger and them and representing me in no parliament, you know. It's the House of Representatives, these people representing we. I never hear it say nothing bad about we. They're only saying they will defend we. Why we join up with them? Why we making it looking like if it's these people is the problem? Why we can't see it's Dr. Rowley is the problem? We can't hear it about it one song. We want a road fix, leave the road how it is. At the end of the day, the road is not the problem. It's Dr. Rowley and the government is the problem. The only how this get fixed is an election date. And all that COVID thing you see coming up is to prevent that, you know. He know that revolt coming up, you know. He know that, you know. And in the end of the day, the scariest part of this for me is knowing Maduro and Dr. Rowley have a good thing going. And Maduro, for Dr. Rowley to lose an election, he come like Maduro lost in the gold mine. So don't look out, he come in and give him real defense too. We have to look out for all these things. What we calling the opposition out here to do? To do what on the pavement? Why we don't go and support them in the parliament? It's give you to go and stand up there, no walk wrong tongue, no nothing better. Stand up there, I see you, stand up there until they come up with the election date. That's all.
All right, love it, news.
Right?
Yeah, man. Blessing. Caller.
Good afternoon, Terry and
Caller.
Hey, Heavy, preacher in the house.
Yeah, preacher.
Right. I just have one question. I just want to say hello to Love in the house and Tabak Neely. Right? Now, my question is, Mandelina Grand is up for sale. So if the government had gone through the Sandals deal, right? What do you think could have happened today? What do you think could have happened today? You can't manage the one you have. But we were going to bring a new one. Right?
Costing we billions of dollars, eh?
Billions of dollars. That's what I'm saying. You can't fix your own house. Right? But you want to fix somebody else's house. That's basically what it is. It is absolutely ridiculous. And if you really check the history of this government and all the PNM in the past, everything for sale. Everything for sale. Why everything have to be for sale? Why you can manage the economy, manage the things?
I know explain to you, preacher, why everything have to go for sale. Everything have to go for sale because we no longer have Forex. We're not making the amount of money we used to make before. You come like a pig, you come like a salary cut in half, but you still want to, you ever heard the term, you want to drink champagne with more money?
Right, because everywhere that stem from not boosting economy. Listen, CPEP, URP, all them things, right? If those things, if people have money in their pocket to spend, the more they spend, right, is the more money that circulate in the country. And they shut down everything. So if you shut down everything and people are out of work, what do you think is going to happen to NIS? What do you think is going to happen to that? So you're only depending on the other rest of government agency, the taxes from the rest of government agency and the revenue from license office and all these other places. To bring in revenue, a country can sustain that. What about the poor man on the ground? How money circulating? Is the poor man that circulate money and these dons and them don't understand that? According to Love in the House, the dons and them, they cannot understand that. Right? And that is the issue we have in here right now. And people can say you're talking bad, talking to PNM, understand that, but every time PNM in power, people just hold back because they don't like to spend, because they're not sure when these people are going to raise this and raise that, because you know what, they have nothing. They have nothing that causing a boost in the economy. When last year about the Ministry of Labour?
When last year about Ministry of Tourism?
Well, that buried.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying, yeah? We have nobody seen what local tourism in this country. Nope. There's so much, I think, there are places in this country, let me tell you something, there are places in this country that we never reach yet, right? And something needs to be done about this. You understand? And it's sickening now. And then everybody coming on the radio and talking a set of stupidness and it's only race talk and dotage talk on the radio.
Exactly.
Look where all your country going, people. Look where all your country going. Look where all your country going. Imagine we have a minister by a mall. Just when you can see all government office relocate to that mall and rental again. That's how I seen it. That's how I seen it. It's the first country in the world you have ministers, sitting ministers, right? Owning everything and always recusing themselves. I mean, think about it, people. Wake up. Wake up. Are they talking about Kamala thief? Are they talking about Kamala thief? Watch and see who thieving out all their money each and every single day in this country. This is no joke. This is real thing here. Real thing. Not even Mr. Manning had this country in this condition because he was a man of heart and he knew where to draw the line. And apparently this government don't know where to draw the line when they come into the poor. They don't know. That's my contribution this evening.
Thank you, Richard.
People, don't bash the messenger, please. Don't bash the messenger.
No. Nobody can call in and attack nobody, you know. This is not the evening show, you know.
No, what I'm saying is I'm making a request to the listeners. Please sit down, forget about race and forget about who talk show host, and listen to the contribution. And sit down and really think about this government and what it is they're doing. And if it's really benefiting anybody in this country, think about your children's future and see where you're going in the near future with this kind of behavior in government. Sit down and think about it. The poor man gets nothing and the rich just walking away with the treasury every single day. We ain't ministers buying this and doing this. Man buying piece of land and then selling it back to the government and all kind of thing. And all they seen that is thieving, that is stealing. That is what it is. Or they'll wake up. And it's a one man only calling and talking about, I'm calling on him, one man only calling and talking about Amamu. And Imamu gone with this and Imamu. That one man you talking about. Watch how much government sitting ministers right now walking away with the treasury. Talk about that. And then I would listen to you.
All right, Preacher. Thank you very much.
Afternoon.
Caller.
Morning, Heavy. Good afternoon, Heavy.
Good afternoon.
I think sometimes when I start to speak about things, people get lost. For years, everybody is talking about the same set of problems, but they're not coming up with a viable solution. For years, the same thing keep happening over and over and over. And one of the things that is definitely happening is that the people themselves are not experiencing the kind of life that they basically expect to have. Right?
Exactly.
We have here's a big problem. For years, more and more cars coming on the road. Everybody driving a car. So those in charge, they had 2 years of absolutely nothing really going on in the country. They did take the opportunity to say, well, let us figure out how we're going to treat with the traffic situation when we go back to normal.
Yeah, when I had no cars on the road, they could have fixed it.
So every day, one person in a car, it's like beetles on the road.
Yep.
Every day. Coming all the way from Grandy, coming all the way from South, one person per car the majority of times.
Yeah, yeah.
And these civil servants, many of them are our people. But we belong to a beautiful country of mixed races. But the majority of the civil servants through the years have been our people. When you look in the police department and in the army and in the customs, it is Africans who have been pulling the wagon straight in the country and performing all the law-abiding functions. Let's understand this. But these individuals have been subjected to tyranny every day for 10 years and more. Traffic. In the evening, same thing going back. So a big part of the problem is that it's going to affect the quality of life, and this is why it extends itself into the kind of children that we have growing up in the society now. Because the parents and they have been worn out. In the workplace, the average civil servant who's a senior is not prepared to hold anybody junior accountable for anything because all of them facing the same problems. By the time they get to work, nobody don't want to provide no mentorship for nobody. Let's understand this. So that is a big issue. And we're paying people big money to come up with solutions, and then we, the citizens, behaving as though, well, you know, some people just be talking some stupidness. You know, it's we. We don't have to solve nothing. That is why we're paying all these people big money for them to solve the problem.
Correct.
If we have to solve it our own self, then they might as well go home.
Go home, correct. Correct, Kola.
Good. Recycling. There is so much opportunity in recycling. Up to now, more than 10 years now, all it is just a big speech. We're not even doing recycling. We don't even have measures in place to simply collect all of these plastic bottles that we're using every day. I've said already, in the morning, there's so much traffic passing the Beacom landfill. Well, here is what. Those beautiful boys who are stagnated because of the way that we look at them on the Beacom, they can play a special role in the country. So when people get up in the morning All they have to do is to get the little children to be responsible to say, hey, you know what, Sharon or Mikey, put all the plastic bottles clean in a bag for Daddy, and when Daddy come down, and since the car is moving slow, when they get to the beacon, we can have an organized arrangement. Yes. And don't give me no talk and tell me that how, people wouldn't want to turn down the glass when they get by the beacon. If you provide a constructive thing to go on by the beacon, those people will play a valuable role in the country. So it is simple. All of the plastic bottles that they use from all the way south or wherever they're coming from, they could just hand it over right there.
Yep.
And when they go to the offices and they leave in the office, the very civil servants and employees, they could put all the plastic bottles together, and whoever passes in could give the bottles that you've used during the day when you're coming into town. At least it starts the activity on recycling, and the children will become engaged, and we will be doing something about the traffic and making the most of the traffic situation and putting a dent on the recycling in the country.
All right, Caller. Thank you very much.
And there is, but I'm going to wrap this up here.
Yeah, because I gave 5 minutes earlier.
I'm going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
I'm saying to the people who live in Beetham and Belmont and Laventille and Mover, and these people who are continuously loyal to a particular party, you're supposed to be experiencing a better way of living. And I'm saying to you all are beautiful people living in your communities. Begin to create your own economy in your community. And one of the things that you cannot allow to go on anymore is for them to say that the property where you have it have no real value. It must be worth either 400,000 or something. But it cannot be that the evaluators and those in the bank is behaving as though, well, Laventille and wherever it has no value. There are valuable things around there, and this is how things become better. When you place value on something, others.
All right, Caller, thank you.
You hear me?
Yeah, man. All right, brother. Thanks. Thanks for your contribution. Good contribution, brother. I give you a lot of time. Caller. All right, Caller, thank you. Caller.
Yeah, man.
Yes, listen on your phone.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, Evie.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Wall Street.
Where's my partner, TC?
He have a prior engagement and he couldn't make it today.
Or he going down by
I don't know, brother. I don't know. Okay, you gotta make a contribution. Wall Street because I have plenty callers on the line, and I need to get them one to go ahead.
I do. Heavy, quickly, there's a program. Have you ever heard about the LIMSA program, the Laventille to Mover School Improvement Program? Have you heard about that program?
The Laventille to Mover what?
School Improvement Program.
No, I never heard about that program.
Okay, yeah, that is a dinosaurical program that the PNM had rolled out a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I came to Trinidad to have an input on that program because it was a program for improvement in Laventille.
Right.
And in Laventille Mover. And whenever there's improvement, your boy come to Trinidad. So they have rolled it about a few years ago, and I came to Trinidad and I told them, I said, listen, it's an excellent idea. You guys need to have part of that program, a sports and mentoring part of the program, right? And I volunteered my services for a month. I said, I'll come to Trinidad for 1 month. All they had to pay me. All they had to just have to get room and board and transportation. And I'll go to all these schools in Laventille and Mover, talk about how these kids can improve themselves with respect to a scholarship program and so on.
Mm-hmm.
They abandoned that program. I still bring it back now, and I understand one of the problems. And I get this from the Ministry of Education. So that program was the representative from Mover Laventille West. He went to Gloucester Lodge Primary School, and he wanted his school to be renovated as part of the Laventille to Mover School Improvement Program. Is Gloucester Lodge in Mover or Laventille?
No.
You know, Heavy?
No.
Okay. So he wanted...
I think that's a win Belmont.
Right. And I tell them, people, that don't make sense. And listener, if the representative from Mover Laventille listening, he could call in and say, Wall Street is a liar. Secondly, I see that the Women's League of the PNM criticizing Miss Karen Nunes Teixeira, one of the most brightest and intelligent minds we have in Trinidad and Tobago. And I can tell you,
Wall Street, what you are speaking about right now, right, have nothing to do with the 3 topics I bring forth to the table. And it seems like you're coming with your agenda. And I'd like to hear you, but please, I want you to come back to what I was speaking about. Because I don't want nobody calling after to attack you, because based on what you're saying, I don't want much program to shift to that. Right? Because I was not talking about nothing about the PNM, nor schools, no lab until improvement, nothing. And Karen New Year's Teixeira and them don't have nothing. I think we have a bigger fish to fry, which is the economy of Trinidad and Tobago. These things are just irrelevant to me right now, what you're talking about.
Well, so heavy. I always call and talk about economic development, economic empowerment.
And this is why I want you to come on that track with me and not go down with whoever Women's League. And to me, that all that is just back and I'll talk. I don't want to hear that. I'm not on that.
Okay.
No, I'm being honest. I have outgrown that tit for tat politics talk.
I respect that. I don't have a problem with that. And so I go close to this. And I respect that. I don't want to come and change your program. No. I respect you for that, Heavy. You understand? And I respect that you give me an opportunity to make a comment. So, Heavy, this is what I will say in closing. I want to know from the PNM government. There's a program in South Africa called the BEE program, right? The Black Economic Empowerment.
That I want to talk about. Let's talk about that.
Right? Black people in South Africa. And I want people to go and Google it. It's called the BEE program in South Africa. Because this program is for the disadvantaged people and black people in South Africa. And I'm going to close with this. I want to know from the PNM and all the go along PNM gang, where is the economic development, economic empowerment, economic inclusion, and access to capital for black people and black business in Trinidad and Tobago? And we have a man who calls himself, this is his word, not mine, the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. Heavy, you have a true
all right, Wash, thank you.
Marvelous, rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. And Wall Street, with all due respect, you've made good contributions there, but you've been getting a little monotonous now with the same thing. I need you to stop grinding that axe, right? I need you to stop grinding that axe. I know you and the members of the party or the party itself is not on good terms, but you're bigger than that, right? We have more bigger problems to deal with in Trinidad and Tobago, so I need you to stop grinding that axe and let we come together and put we minds together and come with a solution that can help our country, right? Okay. Caller.
Good afternoon, Heavy.
Good afternoon.
Well, if that way you're talking smart, he should, hear we. And program, come and, help the young people, tell them how to go along for the day, at the end of the day, not Dr. Rowley or whatever you think, but you have a bigger picture than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bigger picture than that. Don't come and say, if you want to help, you will get a blessing. If you want to help the people, get a blessing. That way went to school and learn and get a degree. Not for you will get a degree for. Nothing we have in not our own. Nothing we have in not our own. We get it with a gift. So when we had the gift, we don't sometimes we don't keep the gift and we don't hide it. We don't keep it down. We don't keep on gift where we get it. When you get it, we give you have to use it. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
All right, Auntie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Caller.
Hey, Heavy Duty, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Listen, I know tuning in, right? Just to touch on the topic, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
We are talking about the economy of Trinidad and Tobago and where it's going.
So, Heavy, what I want to say is that our economy is in a disaster right now.
Correct.
And since we have seen the writing on the wall since it before COVID. And with the mismanagement of those involved on both sides, I would say, because both sides are responsible for the mismanagement of one and the one of the other not taking the account, we are in a very, very disastrous situation.
Correct.
Recently, with the cyber attack taking place with the Massy stores, and previously we had another cyber attack taking place on other Caribbean islands. These are all things now heading to destroy economies, I think, now in the Caribbean. And what we need to do is that we are seeing a lot of partisan politics continue to interplay. And with that partisan politics, if we have that in us, in our system, we will end up nowhere. But those who continue to hold office, those are the ones who will continue to prosper. What we need to do heavy is that we need to, as I said, the solution. One of the solutions is firstly, take out the party cap. Take out the red and the yellow t-shirt.
Correct.
And come together as a united nation. Right? And come together and think about what we can do united together. Because I'm telling you, both government and opposition have to go. Because right
they
now,
have to
they
go.
have both failed us. Hello?
They have to go, Kola. I agree with you. They have to go. Not only that they failed us, right?
Yeah.
Also, we cannot continue the UNC PNM bacchanal killing.
Exactly.
We need to get rid of both parties. It cannot have none of them wipe them off the face of the Trinidad and Tobago map.
You see, you have this seesaw effect. When one comes in, one goes out. When one goes in,
and this is it. And in the meantime, the people caught up in the division.
And that is why, you see, the psychology of this partisan politics as a affiliate until a dead, we have to get rid of it. Because
Correct.
it's hard to see the state we're in. And what we need to do is that we need to now find the solution by starting to identify people who will really go there to put country first and
Correct.
first of their pockets.
Correct.
And if we don't do that, we'll end up in problems. And I think the time is right now because people are frustrated. And if we continue like this into another month, right, we will end up in problems. You know, small business are being affected because of the mega business want to triple over small business.
There's no longer, hello, small business. A lot of small businesses have closed down over the pandemic, you know. A lot. Wherever little small businesses have remained, they're fighting big business right now. Caller? Oh God, sorry, caller got cut off. Call me back. Come back here. I was giving him a very good contribution. This is the things I like to hear. You understand? We need to understand that we have been playing their game all our lives since inception. We have been playing that game. We loyal to parties based on race and who look like we. You understand? On both sides, and in the meantime, none of us benefit. None of us have benefited. Will we get a little work in the corporation? Will we get a little AGC house? You think that is benefit? But watch how we live in here in Trinidad and Tobago. Watch what's going on in the country right now. Is this a country you want to leave for your children? And when you watch your children in the face right now, I want to know if this is a country you want to leave for your children. How it going right now, you know? And the grandchildren, you know, the older ones, the grandchildren and great-grand. What is the legacy leaving for them here? Because we are in debt. We are in debt to China. We are in debt to other international organizations that we borrow money from. And who has to pay it? And while we playing tit for tat back and forth, who is the better thief and who thief more money, right? And who's the biggest thief, right? Our country is going down the drain. So I am saying wipe every single one of them off the map. Both. We want a full brand new 41. A full brand new 41 in Parliament. And don't get twisted, you know. We want to pick who we want there. Right? Let me get a call. Let me talk to my partner here. I hope he agree with me, you know. This partner. Let my partner here, you know. Partner, what is the same? Yes, I hear you.
Right, good. Yeah, there's not a bit about the first one. Let me try to complete. I understand what you're saying, though, in terms of the economy and diversification and things. But what happened that it was floating in our head, and what happened too is that diversification is not a quick fix for Australia. It has have a little vision in terms of the future and how to put things in place.
Mm-hmm.
We just hindered in terms of diversification. This is not fit for purpose. Would you agree that the mega farms or something that was big for people? We're not playing fit for purpose. We just talking.
That was an excellent idea.
Oh, gosh, right. One by one. So, did you agree that the steel mills that it was going to build them and collapse.
Excellent idea. Even the plywood factory, excellent idea.
That get there. Even the smelter and all these things. I'm surprised that the processing plant didn't get there. If you understand what I'm trying to say, it's not that people that is playing trick for happening. Identifying where we just get lock heavy.
Hey there, man, you know what has happened? Our government go come in with these good ideas, implement it, and when the next government come in, they stop it. And that was killing we. Is that killing we?
Yeah, that's what's killing me. It's killing me. It's killing me. But what I'm trying to say, when we try to zero in and identify where the blockage is taking place, now, one other sector in the form of phone call, remember you say constitutional reform? Certainly that needs a majority in Parliament. As a matter of fact, constitutional reform is not like one big constitutional.
That is a process.
Those that has been taken place piece by piece every. Like we put aside the name of the party.
Correct.
So they just get blocked football, that is what we, all right, I'll just say this for now. We on this side in terms of this government here, we support it. That is what we just concentrate on. And we see that we're being hindered in terms of whatever progress. And that is where the passion of the support for this government does come from everybody. It doesn't be just for that. If you understand what I'm saying. So when we talk for it, and we put in faces and the people who presenting the diversification, guide the battle. But you know, when we try to battle it, and we might see some of us how you want to. But that is really all about boy everybody.
All right, brother. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, brother. Best contribution I ever hear you making. Now I'm opening my mind. I don't understand it, you know. I tell you, my partner, you know, I like you know, you're young and you understand how the thing go. Anyway, we have I'm gonna take if I can get one more call here quickly before the break. Caller. Hello? All right, that I lost a call. That person didn't get through. Right. We have a break coming up at next in 2 minutes. Right. Let me see if I can get that call in before that. Caller?
Yes, sir.
Yes, man.
Yeah, the only thing with this consider good, like question, Michael State. The poor in on the goods must live together for children not to get good. I believe in that.
All right. Thank you. What? Even Uncle and all coming in because Stokica Michael did say that. In order for us to move forward as a nation, we have to live good with one another. We have to come together. Sure that now is the time to come together. Now is not the time to fight. We fighting, and what's going on? We fighting and then we don't want the children fighting in school. But we fighting every day amongst each other, you know. Fighting no one another. Fighting. Let me see if I can see this call quick. Caller.
Yeah, Heavy.
Yeah, man.
So here what, right? We know we have a problem with them two parties on them, okay?
Right.
The solution is to replace them in some form or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a solution. You see Harvey Boris, Robert Amar, certain individuals, a lot of them who generally make a lot of sense and they seem to be very committed to the country, and Gary Griffith.
Hear what?
And others.
I'm going for a break in next 20 seconds. Right? So come back and we're gonna talk about that in the next hour. Right? Because I like where you're going, I like the direction we're going. Come back in the next hour, okay? Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. We gotta go for a break, people. We gotta go for a break, and I want to say I love the show today. Lovely show today. I only sorry the WhatsApp line is not on because I know some people who normally use WhatsApp and they can't get in on the WhatsApp line. But if you can call us normal on 342-0081 or 4665391, call me. I love the contributions today. I love this talk today. I am, and I've been honest with you, this is one of my better shows, one of my best shows, I'm telling you. You understand? Yeah. We're not talking no bacchanal, no fighting today. We just want nation building contribution because we understand that it's not working. What we have been doing for all the years since 19 independence to now, it's not working for us. So we're going for a break and we're going to be right back right here on the street 919 FM. The weekend review with Heavy Duty. Keep it locked. We'll be back.
views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The next one that we're gonna do, I don't think they know it, you know. You think they, fellas, I don't think they know this one. Y'all think they can check out the, you think they know? All right, Jack, I hear you. Okay, look at you. Y'all know this one. Y'all ready? I woke up this morning and I feel it nice. But the path that I chose, I come with and fine. As long as I'm living, my future is shaping. And where I am headed, got no time for problems. All the weights on your shoulders. Put your problem behind you. If you fall, release get a man. Get the head out the line. When they're trying to mind you, and they talking behind you, so they're nothing but you. Put your hands in the air, everybody. Time to get up and move it. Leaving all your problems behind it. We're pressing on to a victory. Everybody sing on it. Step forward. I know. Forward. I know. Step forward. I know. Forward. Y'all sound so beautiful. Step forward. I move forward. Can I take them back? Forward. Can I take them back? I move forward. Yeah.
From the moment you first crossed eyes,
It's a girl.
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
It's all about the fastest growing reggae show in the land without a doubt. Right here on the Street 919 FM. Each and every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with yours truly, MC Duke, alongside Selector Kochi. So make it a date and don't be late. Rock and come in, line up, link up, creep up. You don't know reggae rock each and every Sunday. Salute God Amari, King Selassie.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for the program The Final Hour with Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr. and his wife, Nikki Garcia, for the Bible study every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mark chapter 16, verse 15 says, "Go into all the world and preach this gospel for every creature, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation."
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Monday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every Wednesday evening from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. live on the street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, gogi, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health, performance, and disease. Listen to Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 9:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the street 919 FM as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079, 516-286-7079, or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com.
Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on the street 919 FM every Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. The Bible says, the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James.
Hi there, I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT.
Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody.
Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Okay, so we are back, but before we go back into the phone lines and take your calls, I just want to play this song. Seeing that we are speaking about change and nation building and getting our act together, that we try and fix it. Let us, the people, try to fix our country, right? That we stop fighting and that we start to fix, right? I'm going to play this song. This song really nation building song, and I want you guys to take a listen to this song. I really like this song because I love my country. Listen to this song. This is Denise Plummer, and I need you to listen to the words when she talk about our country. Listen. I leaving. I ain't gonna listen to this song. I'm a pause raise. I get emotional when I listen to the words in this song. Because I know for a fact that we the people in Trinidad and Tobago, we ain't bad enough. We is the most loving people in the world, you know. We is only play we get on in this way when it's election time alone, you know. Because you can go anywhere in Trinidad where have people congregating in a line in anywhere and they welcome you. I went Blanche shares that time to drop someone up there and end up liming with people who cooking, busting a pot, and other people come and meet them people there who don't even know, none of us know each other, and we end up liming and congregate them, who from south, who from town, who from wherever, different races, and we met one another, exchange numbers, and become friends after that. Strangers. And I know for a fact we have love here in Trinidad and Tobago still. So let we stop fighting and start. It's time to stop fighting and start to fix. Let us fix our country. And let me tell you something. We've been trying to let politicians fix our country for us. By voting for them every 5 years, after 5 years, after 5 years. But how that really working out for us right now? How that working out for us? How that been working out for us? Are we really benefiting from that as a people? It's time we take back our country. It's time we take back our country and try and fix it. Because we paying them $36,000 plus or 35, I don't know how much, but $30-something thousand a month, every month, with perks, with travel allowance and food allowance and this allowance and that allowance. No tax. And all these nice things, all these nice perks they getting, big money. 41 of them sit down there, collecting that money every month. For years. And how that working out for us they're just making it get worse. If worse is a word, I don't want to use bad English on the people radio, but it's worse and worse. We just going down. So I saying forget them and let we try and fix it. Let us, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, come together and fix it. And let we stop for the propaganda and the tit for tat and the backward and the who and we and them, and it's not working out for us. The party politics not working on our behalf. They're getting rich, their friends getting rich, and their finances getting rich, and we suffering. I'm going to go back to the phone lines now. The number to call, 342. I see you guys. And how do I play that Dennis Plummer? That Dennis Plummer just get me emotional. I want to cry. Let me see you on the lines. Caller.
Yes, Avi. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, brother.
Yes, you see that song you say, I want to add it. We're not leaving, and apart from that, every creed and race shall find an equal place.
Correct.
Right? So, Heavy, at the end of the day, what we need to do is do a risk factor in terms of politics. Because as one caller would have said, is that we need to take the chance and put young, fresh thinkers.
Correct.
Who will have now the vision to take this country from the dregs.
And this is in this hour here now, caller. This hour here now, we're looking for people to form that government. So, let me hear. Who you have in mind?
Right. So I agree, because this is what we are about. We are looking out a party formation where people, all rusted politicians, shall no longer be on the front.
Correct.
And young people who are qualified and have what it takes shall now take the helm of a governance structure.
Correct.
To move forward and take this country where we ought to go. So what we need to do is now start to put together a petition. Who do we want to go there? Who are these people? And let them start to come forward.
All right, you have anybody in mind? Give me a name now.
Well, at the end of the day, the people that we have yes, we have people in mind, but remember, these are young people. You need to expose them out there.
All right.
And we can have this conversation off air. I have your number. We can talk on
it. Okay, no problem. All right.
Thing. So we'll talk as we go along. But now, let us leave about forget partisan politics and let us head on. New party, new blood, new governance.
Thank you. And I could give about 5 names. I could give about 5 young, bright, exuberant names right now who I know who passionate about the country to try to fix it. Caller. Yes, man. Okay, what's up?
You see that system who running for chair that there, Iwer, name it? And there is some young people for choose, you know? You know that?
Yeah.
That's what I will tell these jobs the other day.
Kishan Walcott?
Yeah, and Ayi.
And Michelle Ayi.
There's 2 young people to put in with, brother.
All right. Them go go in Ministry of Sports.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Good. Thank you, man. You're coming kind of slow, but you're still coming good. Caller.
Okay, you're back.
You're back. Good. I like where you come back. Talk to me now. We see if we can form a government here now.
Who's your 5 names you have?
I tell you, my 5 names I have is Michaela Pandey.
Okay.
David Welch. Not David Welch. Is David Welch the boy who was being protesting and thing in front of the,
okay.
You know I talk about the young fella from Chiodot.
Mm-hmm.
Right, he very bright. This girl from she belongs to Philip Alexander party. She's be on TikTok. I forget her name. She's wear glasses. Yes,
okay.
Oh God, I can't remember the next 2 names right now. But you go ahead by the time. But I had 3 days so far. When I remember the next 2, I will tell you.
Right. So when I called you earlier on before you went on a break, you did say that how you had liked the conversation. Now I use names like Harvey Boris.
Yes, Harvey Boris is a good.
And Gary Griffith.
Gary Griffith, yes.
You see, you really need seasoned people to do this transition.
Yeah, but we need young people too inside of there too, you know.
Yeah, but you see, if they don't have specific experience in handling the political affairs, and if they don't really know the depth and scope of the history in terms of where we're coming from, then you tend to find that young people will need a certain kind of mentorship that allows them to know how it was before, how we are now, and we get present moment minded going into the future.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
All right. Now, if these guys and they who have presented themselves as a conscience for the country in many kinds of ways and they know the issues, if they could all come together and the country gives them the approval, they are going to be able to hold those who were there before accountable.
Yeah.
Right? Because we need to know what they were doing before. And this is what is going on. When you have either party getting into office, nobody seems to be holding anybody accountable.
Correct.
Now, I want you to be very mindful of something. Because you have to be careful about what you ask for. Remember that this world is run as a corporation or as a company. All the different countries of the world, they are just facets of business. There is somebody who is Mr. Big out there and up there who calling the shots. Yeah?
I understand.
So even if we get an approved 41 personalities,
right? We
are all going and get subjected to the bullying that has gone from up on the top.
Okay, so we have to be careful. We have to be mindful that the people that we put in there, they're always the big hierarchy, and them who like to pull the strings. They wouldn't just let go. They would want to pull strings. They would want to continue pulling strings, right? So we have to be careful that we have to be mindful that the 41 that we put there, there's a big Mr. Big or a hierarchy out there that will like to pull them string too. So we have to be mindful that they have to be.
Let me just show you something about the whole divide and conquer thing that's going on internationally. If you notice, the European Union is made up of places like Germany and France and all of them, right?
Right.
All of them is Caucasian countries type. All of them have their own flag. When it's time to play World Cup and thing, all of them come in with their own flag.
Right.
Like if they're independent and thing on one another.
Yeah.
But when they want to get at you, wherever you are.
Yes.
They form the European Union.
To come at you.
Right? To come at you. Okay? So, what's the reason why they wouldn't allow for the African Union to be formed? Why does Africa have to be so divided up?
Because they still have interest in Africa. They did again all the natural resources from the bill all with the bill, you know.
Good. So you're beginning to understand that let us not kid ourselves into believing that there are certain people in certain places who is dictating the pace. But all unfair games have to come to an end some point in time.
All right.
So if we get persons who are genuinely interested in the country, who is going to say, we're going to do all that we can to the best of our ability to make sure that the things that you want as a citizen is happening. Notice the police officers in them. Since Gibbs came, this is a very serious point, since Gibbs came here, more police officers, he introduced a whole set of guns into the system, and more police officers have died with the introduction of guns. There is a very sensitive conversation that the more, pay attention to this, because this is a big point, the more security that you try to create in any environment, you are going to interfere with the liberty that you have.
Okay.
And liberty is a much higher standard to have than security. So if you have maximum security prison, the liberty of even the officers and all those who are in that environment is going to be curtailed. When you try to put more weapons in the hands of officers, you are going to cause the liberty, which is the life and freedom and happiness of the people, to get curtailed. And since Gibbs put all them guns in their hand, if you notice, more officers, more citizens have died by the barrel of the gun than you ever had before in the history of the police department.
All right, caller. Well, thank you very much. We have a lot of callers. Right now, everybody wants to come in on the topic. You can call back a little later on. A little later on, you can call back, right? All right, brother. Thank you very much. Caller.
Heavy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Heavy, I came home on Wednesday.
You came home on Wednesday?
Yes.
Okay. You came back to Trinidad?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I called Precious Sunday program yesterday and told them I'd like to meet with them downstairs by Pike Tablet Beverage.
Right.
Roberto couldn't make it because he had to do something with Aisha. But I met with Precious and her husband, and we had a little beverage. And yesterday I told Precious, the small parties have to come together and get rid of the PNM and UNC. I don't care how they do it, just get rid of them.
Okay.
I heard you say just now you supported Makela Pandey.
No, I said we could start off with some people, new people, and fresh blood.
Well, I supported Makela Pandey when she planned to run.
Okay.
But she ended up dropping out the race.
Oh, wait, now they leave it there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I know catchy voice.
Hey.
Yeah.
Right? I don't mind Gary.
I mind Gary neither.
I have my issues with him, but I'm willing to compromise.
Okay.
I ain't too care about watching Duke, but he's a waste of time.
Why you say that?
In my book.
In your book? Okay, that's your opinion, all right.
Right? But if, you know, there's a young guy, I think his father, you remember the prison break? One of the guys who break out of prison, our son was in university.
Nah, I can't recall.
You see that young boy, I don't remember him, I'll call you and tell you. You see that young boy? I have my eyes on him. One of the callers will call you and tell you. I sure they know who I'm talking about.
All right, cool.
But the small parties had to come together and get rid of the PNM and UNC. Because they're killing me softly.
All right, brother. I agree with you.
And I'll leave it there.
Thank you. Leave it there. Thank you. Okay. Nice contribution. Leave it there. Well, we seen a lot of small political parties popping up. Well, the PDP's in Trinidad, have launched in Trinidad. We also have, Gary Griffith has his new party. We also have the PDP, well, the PDP, and we have the PPE, which is my good friend Philip Alexander party also. So there, and there's a new political party that launched. I'll get the name for you just now. Caller.
Yes, I had to come back in there, boy. Listen, you see, you talk about the two parties, the small parties have been up, in the system already.
Right.
Now, we have to take in consideration that these parties was formed linked back to the old system of the politics, right? And therefore, we have to be careful how we're going to form this, because remember, as the caller would have said, when you go in there, one would have said, when you go in there, you don't want to be manipulated. You want to hold all different parties who are there.
Accountable, right.
So once you link back to a political party and you have that softness, and a matter comes up, they will say, boy, let me get them a blind and this and that. And that is why we end up in these problems.
Right.
We need people who will go in there. When we say we're going after X, we're making sure we rip them apart on the talk.
And who you feel capable of doing that? You don't know?
To be honest with you, Heavy, Gary Griffith is a man we could talk to.
Yeah.
We could put young people with him.
Yeah.
Experience in the field.
I feel Gary have the numbers right now, no?
No, Gary have it, and I just want to tell you, we need to have that formulation need to be with Gary, with young people who will go with him and walk with him and build that party. And I'm telling you, now is the rightest time. You know why? People, I listen to the PD stations. People are fed up. They're fed up and they want change. And this is the time where change will come. Change will come to replace either the PNM or the UNC. At least you're in government or in the opposition. And if you're in opposition, you're in government and waiting. And in government and waiting wouldn't last long, because whoever regain opposition, either PNM or UNC, they will fall faster than within that period of time.
All right.
Time to pursue the matter. I'll call you after.
All right. You will talk after. All right. Thank you. Caller.
Afternoon, Evan.
Yes, brother.
What's going on, St. James?
Hey, St. James, what's up, my brother? I thought you would not call me today.
I must call you. I agree with everything you say, though, but not Gary Griffith, you know.
You don't like it?
No. Not, I don't like Gary Griffith. Not Gary Griffith.
All right, so who you have in mind?
No, well, the rest of people are no problem with the rest of people. Right?
All right.
Give them a chance. Everybody entitled to get a chance. Not Gary Griffith. He's the man who has suffered for people through the DSS thing. He's the man responsible for that.
Oh,
and he never lock up nobody for white collar crime. So not Gary Griffith. Not Gary Griffith.
Okay.
Right? I know you're real. You know me.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
That's your personal opinion. Right? All right, cool.
Everybody else deserves a chance. Not Gary Griffith.
All right, cool.
And look, and stay real.
Yeah, man, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah, be cool.
Yeah. All right, my brother said not Gary Griffith, man. Okay, let me see who else is here. Caller.
Hey,
what's up, Andy?
Hi, cool, buddy. Afternoon to you.
Hi, good. What's up?
Very hear what? For me, across the board, get rid of all the old politicians.
All the old ones?
All the old ones. And the other thing is, put the salary at a base.
At a base?
Yeah.
And get rid of all the perks. Get rid of all the perks, huh?
Get rid of all the perks.
Yeah. Let it go through what the citizens go through.
Pay taxes.
Yeah, let it pay taxes too. Yeah.
Right? Because watch me, you're working, right? But hear what? You have to pay taxes.
Yeah. You don't get a good salary already. They don't get a good salary.
Exactly. Your salary already cross our salary. So pay taxes on it. Right?
Yeah.
Pay taxes for your vehicles as well.
Correct.
No more tax exemptions on vehicles. Get rid of that.
Yeah. And all them allowance, get rid of that too.
Yeah, get rid of the majority. You know, give them little.
You're getting security to drive you wrong, but
salary, that would be your allowance. So if your allowance gives you $30,000, all right, you have a little allowance of $1,000 or whatever as the case may be.
Yeah.
Not $5,000 and $6,000 for this, right? Because you had to spend some of your money too. Then again, they had to put certain things in place, right, for them to actually come into politics. Because you know what, we have businessmen coming into politics and renting out the business places.
Yeah. You got to stop to that. And another thing too, we the citizens must have the right to recall you.
Exactly.
So if you go
Because
there
what?
and you're not performing or we don't like what you're doing, we want to go back to the post and remove you from there.
Exactly. Because here what? For too long, and I say it across the board, for too long we have politicians do nothing.
Correct.
And not right? And not just politicians, but we even have councillors that does actually do nothing. Some of them is only when election come around you see them. Right? Which is wrong. Again, and here what's going on. If you want to get into politics, you mustn't have your other job.
True.
You must put that. You must resign from that other job, because we have people. If you're coming into politics, there must be certain guidelines and criteria that you have to.
Correct. So the rules have to change.
You don't just go into politics, right? And when we start to do that, then we could say, okay, we want another party, right? But we have to cut away on these things because quite frankly, we the laymen do benefit from it.
You do benefit.
Minimum wage.
Yeah.
And the politicians living high and dry more than me or you.
We are the mercy of them when they get in, you know. You know that? When any political party gets into power, any politician, we are the mercy of whatever decision them decide to make. That not can be right. That is tyranny.
Correct. Now what I want to share this heavy, right? Which most people don't know. Yesterday I went to San Fernando General Hospital with a friend, right? To do MRI, right? And you know what's an emergency. You know she had to go outside to do that.
Wow. She has to go private and do the MRI and then come back in.
Yeah, because the machine down. This is absolute madness. Where we spending money in health for? We had to recall all these ministries and let them every quarter you give an account as to how the money is being spent.
Yeah.
Not only after budget. Not only before budget.
Well, Andy,
right?
I have plenty callers on the line. Look to wrap up there quick.
Yeah, buddy. Well, I locked on and listening. You home safe.
All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Right now the phone lines blazing. Thank you very much. Caller.
Right,
Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
And I listen to a great listener, a good learner too.
Who's that? This is Anderson?
Yes.
Hey, Anderson, what's up, my brother?
But I truly kind of late comments out. But nevertheless, I want to leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there to sit straight.
Right.
He is so straight this evening. I want to watch Joke and I'm taking that election in Tobago.
Right.
Step by step, I took it in. I have people calling me when they throw water and run some of them from Tobago. Should have Davey come and tell me one time. Should have said, Anderson boy, the runway. The runway from Tobago, boy. You know, she not me. I think I come back home. That's what should have Davey told me.
Right.
That the runway and them out of Tobago. And I watch, and I'm saying this to say, watching you get something in Tobago. He walked door to door. Now, Rodney have received the most votes for the UNC.
11. Yeah.
Right? The most votes out of 11 you getting beaten for the UNC.
Right.
And the UNC and Kamala them feel that they owe Lavantel nothing now.
Okay.
You know, the man tell me he'll be begging for money, but they went to go back up for local election. But I watched Washington did something. He went to door, and they used phone, Facebook, you know.
Yeah.
Vice PNM, take how much millions and do how much ad on TV and television. And that was coming on Washington. I heard Washington said that. How much ad they say about Facebook we use, you know, Facebook alone. I saw most of the stuff they were doing the PDP on Facebook.
Right.
And he went door to door and you hear the cry of the people, 21 years, how much years, PNM had them in this certain state, in certain parts of Tobago. And I see him as not joker, you know. I see doing the same thing in Trinidad here right now.
Okay.
So when people there say, yeah, what's in joke to study? What's in joking and nobody to study? Nobody has to study. It's how much people he could assist in whatever way, even though and not only by promising them, some form of comfort. Who we seen local election is this year? Somebody seen all the councillors? Calling all councillors, all they don't come. Especially you Akel order and get on your feet, I know you're listening, and I know the rest of all you listening. All I have to listen to these kind of programs to learn how to keep a program sometimes.
Anderson, what do you think about Gary Griffith Party? What do you think about them?
I don't think he's going to make no money.
You feel so, boy?
I don't think so. Certain type of people may support him, but he ain't going to be nothing.
Okay. At least you're being honest. At least you're being honest.
He ain't going to be nothing. The first thing them have to be afraid of. And I tell you, members of the PDP, you ever come on the PDP mountain? I didn't hear what the group said out there. People who close them walking with him. You know what they said? Only person can make the UNC win. Not because I'm a partner. It's Dr. Munilal. Anytime they get Munilal to be in charge of the UNC, the leader party. Because people coming and going with Kamala. Kamala, them in serious. Kamala, we need a stronger political leader in the UNC. But some of them go first to that, and you will under them can't say that.
All right.
Yeah, your mother what?
All right. All right, Anderson, I have plenty callers. Yeah.
Let me be careful with the PDP.
All right, cool.
They can make a clean shipping shed out here.
All right.
Especially in Lavandale. Because before I go, people in Lavandale, they don't like the PNM. If some of them like the PNM, they don't like Rowley.
Okay. All right, Anderson, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, the phone lines blazing. Everybody into this topic here this evening. But I hear nobody talking about Philip Alexander Party, the PEP. You understand? So far, I only hear about, Watson Duke and like people like Gary. Some people don't like Watson. Some people don't like Gary. You know, we get mixed views. Caller.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, we have to be careful what we're doing.
You're coming in low. You're coming in very low.
I say we have to be careful what we're doing.
All right, go ahead, yeah.
You see, because of the fact that the question involved with that, we had a good party in power, right? And we had to play for OVC. You see, now going back to a lot of them callers talking all kind of food. Most of them, they supported the PNM. They were supporting the PNM. They put the PNM power. And what they was expecting to get from them, they didn't get. So they're coming back now. So it means that they're not true. They're not away from the PNM. Their mind is here. So we have to be careful with them. I am blamed for you talking about what you think is a good party. A good party is the United National Congress, led under Kamala Prasad Bisesa. Thank you.
All right, man. The man ain't giving up. He ain't giving up on Kamala, anti-Kams at all. He ain't giving up. Caller.
Hey, Heavy.
Yes, brother.
Is the PNM who pushed the people in the arms of Watson Duke because of the nonsense they did in Tobago, Heavy?
Oh, yes.
I will leave it there.
Don't, you got already? All right, leave it there. All right. Now, I must say, the win in Tobago with the PDP was a surprise to me, right? I know they would have won, but I didn't know they would have won so lavishly. I didn't know the PNM would have lost so badly. I thought at least the PNM would have get at least 5 or 6 or 4 or something wrongly. I didn't know it would have been so bad. But I realized the winds of change because of that, what happened in Tobago is coming to Trinidad. Right? And the people are fed up. They are fed up. They are fed up. They are fed up. They are fed up of the lies. They are fed up of the deceit and the manipulations. They are fed up of the tyranny, the oppression. It's like you know, you got a little fresh air told us everything is just negative. Let me see who's on the line. Caller.
Evie, I want to make one more point again for the evening.
Yeah.
When a government, and we're going ahead, right? We're going ahead with a new government. When that new government is elected, the first thing they have to do is one, when you are transitioning, you see all those ministries, documentations must be signed as to the accountability of how much money left in the ministry, and what was done in the ministry must sign over to the new incoming government. When the new incoming government do the auditing and they find that it doesn't add up, then you will see the investigation taking place.
Wow.
But I can tell you, that is one of the key mistakes that governments have not done. And this is one of the policy I would implement, that you have to sign over to me an accountability over the past 5 years of the money you spent, how you spent it. And if you don't sign that, then I immediately put you to jail until investigation is being done.
Good, good. I like that. Thank you, brother. Again, good idea, so build the country, man. It's time we, the people, take back we country. We have allowed the politicians to do us what they want. If my good friend Ghost was here, he'd say, we was taking bamboo all the time, and it's time to stop. Trinidad and Tobago. Really. Well, I have about 10 more minutes in your company. I'm going to take as much calls as I can. I must say this is one of the better shows that I have. I like the idea that we are not arguing. Hopefully next week TC will be back here with me. So we're still taking your calls. We're still taking your calls. Okay, 3420081, 3420081, or 466-5391. Good evening.
Well, dear brother, good afternoon. As you wind down, let me come back in the pavilion. I was sitting in the arena.
Yes.
I'll try to make it very short. I'll tell you something, brother. I don't know if you have been listening carefully, but you realize there is a void and a vacuum. Correct. And you realize the program this evening, regardless to people political affiliation, people are saying they need change.
Yep.
Because you see the same old. And I'll tell you, you realize these days, Heavy, if you listen to me as an old veteran caller in the politics, you realize how I'm taking an independent overview of everything.
Yeah.
And why? Because over the years, I did the post-mortem. And you see, sometimes it's good to sit in the pavilion, because you feel, I'll tell you, sometimes when you call and you feel everybody patting you on your back, they really are patting you on your back, And sometimes some of the even hosts and some of the people who call themselves, how should I say, adjunct provocateur, so to speak, in the political arena. And this evening, regardless to what anybody tell Mr. Tabaki, I am saying there is a void. And the void, people is fed up with the entire 41 parliamentarians. And I'm saying here, hear me well, I am not here to speak for anybody, because nobody didn't write me a check and say, Tabaki, call the radio and say so. Those days over.
Correct.
Heavy duty, let me repeat. Nobody didn't write me a check and say, Tabaki, come here. And those days is over. And as I take my leave, all you could preach from now till thy kingdom come, since we got independence till now, the wealth of the nation and the raw patrimony of the nation have been pilfered by all parties, all governments, and there is a real void. And whosoever come good, you remember the anyhow, what would have happened 33-3?
Yep.
Well, let me tell you, that momentum is in the air. All your hate Tabaki coughing. Or you could go on an evening, a morning, midday, whatever narrative you could push. But let me tell you what it is, and I close with this, Heavy. You know what the real narrative is? Not to who call the radio, is go out on the street. People who not calling and suffering, they're fed up with this dirty thinking. Heavy, let me repeat it, because you understand. You're on the ground. It's not the mob and the people who call in 200 people on Facebook, on YouTube, and carry up the life, carry up the life. You know what the real narrative is?
On the street.
You see them people on the ground who hungry, looking for bread and butter. Let me tell all you something. I have news for all you. The people fed up. They want no part of all you. And all you could say, all you want that one call, this one call, carry up the life. Well, the carrying up the life, you see the man and woman, boy and girl on the street, they fed up with all you. That's the narrative. Tabakit out now.
Thank you, Tabakit. Thank you. Exactly. People on the street, the people in the town fed up, people all over the country, everywhere you go in the barber shop, you go in the hairdressing saloon, you go on the taxi stands, you go in the bars, everybody fed up. Everybody's just saying, oh God, we fed up. We want some kind of change in this country. We need it. Caller.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, me properly?
Yeah, go ahead.
First time caller.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes. Good program.
Thank you.
Two stations I listen to, well, two programs, Yall and Robert Omar and them on.
All right.
I used to know nothing else, so you understand my thing. Good program in the sense that I've been saying it a long time before 41 have to go.
Yes.
PNM is the problem. UNC is not the
solution.
Tell Anderson that for me, please, because I listen to him on other programs. So the Bible has to talk, brother, out of the heart, the mouth speak it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm giving you a little insight if you're going down that road to the new party. Right? If you meet a woman tonight, would you get married to her in the morning? No, you would not.
You would not, no.
You're looking for a relationship.
Yeah.
You get to know people. You get to know people through time. Right? You know somebody by their fruit. So I wouldn't go for rotten Duke. Then its fruit is not nice. Even since when you was in PSA. So we're looking at these things. You're not going to somebody who agrees with certain things that you don't like. Because when you reach there, they go fall short. So you're looking for people of integrity, people of morals, people that will stand in spite of what. You understand? This is the kind of people. Right now, there's 41 people in Trinidad and Tobago who will stand with those policies. But you have to look for them. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It takes time. It takes time because we have a lot of foolery out here. Some good, you seeing it with parties, come parties with they promise you. Promises are comfort of food. You always say the fish does rotten at the head. So right now the head is rotting. Right? So this is the kind of people I'm not going down all the road. Anytime you have people come back, this one from UNC or PNM, we're not going that direction at all because it's the same old. We're looking different, we're in the same clothes. So this is what we're looking for, people of integrity that is food prices and morals. Okay, sir?
All right, brother. Thank you very much. Thanks for your call. Thank you. I get a new caller today, too. Caller.
Hi.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Afternoon, brother. Steady.
Hey, this is my New Grant.
Hey, you're getting to
I get to know your voice now, yeah.
Okay, well, quickly.
Yeah.
Well, but it seems like somebody listening to your program, eh?
Why you say that?
Although they say nobody don't listen, because on I think it was on Tuesday, well, the last time I spoke to you, I told you I was in the hospital, but I'm back home now.
Right.
All right? Yeah, I ready to start the new fight. All right? The Minister of Sports, remember I told you to help curb the violence in school, they're supposed to bring back sport in all schools at 100?
Yes.
Right. The Minister of Sports announced on Wednesday, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, that they're going to try to find a way to bring back sports into the curriculum.
Oh, gosh. Praise the Lord.
Right. So
I had to praise the Lord because like sports was going on to the school for 7 years.
Yes, right. They stop sports, they stop corporal punishment, and they stop disciplining and religious thing.
Yes.
Three main things that will augur black children. People don't understand that. That is what black people, what we grew up on. We grew up on praying. We grew up on physical education, which is sports and those things.
And they need to put more emphasis in the vocational skills in the secondary school. Not everybody can do theory. bring back the metal work and woodwork and masonry and thing, mechanics.
Yes, that would go in line. So they could spend how much money they want asking people about consultation, and consultation is not going to work. You see these children and them fighting. They're looking to exert energy.
Correct.
People will say you wouldn't find the East Indian children doing that, but that is not the East Indian culture. Right? In the 1990s and early 2000s, the Indian people used to quarrel because they said that all these scholarships were going to African people because we were into the netball and the sports and the cricket.
But Ms. Newgrant, I could bring a whole 5-page document plan for school and sports, you know. We're supposed to have track and field. It's supposed to have an inter-school Olympics. In Trinidad and Tobago, every school must send a representative in track and field, and basketball, football, swimming, everything. So every school will be competitive, and every school, and we take the best from those schools now and send them to go into training to go to Olympics and take. This is what we're supposed to be doing.
Right, and the business people should get back tax breaks when they supported it.
Correct.
Right? Millions of dollars the business people.
We have these youths and them running up and down the place with gun in their hand and doing all kind of stupidness. When we can have them running in the stadium to bring gold medals to the country.
You understand? Let it go there and see the world.
Correct. Oh God, Mr. Grant, oh gosh, I'm sorry. I ain't cut you off. You just the phone cut off. I'm gonna deal with the sports thing next week in school because the youth and them need to direct this energy. They're only fighting. You understand? They can introduce boxing and all in the school. Let them do the thing correct. They need to absorb the energy, bring it in the schools. Bring a whole sporting program in the schools. Bring back sports. Intercol football was a big thing in Trinidad. People used to, all them schools used to ram out the stadium to go intercol. Wait, go on. And next thing too, they're supposed to bring back music in the schools, steel pan and instruments. Look, I running out of time. So next week I go down with the schools and these things that we need. And I'm glad the sporting minister said she going and introduce back sports in the school. We need it. It should have never been not there. It's supposed to be there and even bigger. And I say I have an idea for school Olympics. You understand? Like August vacation, we have school Olympics. And let the school send the best. Anyway, let me take 2 calls quickly. I'll do it quickly. I have 2 minutes to go. Caller.
Yes, I just tell you, the official roughness said, so these people are there on their agenda and it would not change unless we change them. The official rotten at its head.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. I have plenty of callers on the line. Thank you.
They don't care nothing.
All right, brother. Blessing. I gotta go. I got about 1 more minute to go. Who's there? Let me see if I can take a call quickly before we go. Quickly. Let me see. Somebody calling in here. Caller.
Yeah. Good day again.
Yeah.
We got everything that we want. Everything that we want, what is needed in Trinidad and Tobago. All we need to do now is to try to get rid of this PNM or not keep the Sakito out. Thank you.
All right, brother. Thank you. I can take one more call. Call me, please. And then I'm out of here. Let's see if I can squeeze in one more call. This guy was calling all the time. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yes, caller.
I want only explain to you.
Mm-hmm.
Call what you call kind of thing. Before you shine the big when you come on, man. Only be careful. That's all I tell you. Be careful at the PDP. What they're doing, what none of the parties in doing. They're going from door to door. Well, let's start with this thing.
All right. So that's my time. I gotta go. People, I need to let you guys know this was a beautiful show this evening. Every Saturday, we're going to be right here. Tune in. The live wire is going to take you up until 7 o'clock, I think. Yes, with good music. So you can keep it locked right here on the Street 919 FM. We'll be here soon. I'm your host, Heavy Duty. As I say, live, love, laugh, and let live. And for every minute you're angry with someone, it's 60 seconds of happiness you could never get back. So be happy, keep smiling, let no one see the joy. I say let's stop fighting and let's fix sweet TNT. Let's fix it. So until next week, I'll be back here same time, same place. Have a wonderful weekend. And Eid Mubarak to all my Muslim brothers and sisters.
views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Tell me how you're feeling. And I feel like everybody watching me. Come on and talk. Come in and find them. When I lift them up, they go. Call your friend again. Don't come dead on. I'll come dead on. You. Cause right now I just want sex and I don't really care. Your girlfriend, she go get sex with family. Today is Carnival Saturday. I don't care what they say. Today is Carnival Saturday. Tomorrow is the day before Juve. You could play your own Juve by yourself. If you're worthless enough, you will go in the yard and rub some paint on. If you're feeling worthless tonight, if you're feeling the soca music tonight, I want you to wave your hand and sing everything for me right now. Yeah. Put your hand in the air. Rocks in the air. Listen to me. Sing with me. I'm waving away. Feel it so light. So light. So light. Sun beating on me. Heart is so right, yeah. Alright, yeah. Alright. And I feel like just when I'm $1 million, everybody watching you. Doing the time. We know where they go. When I lift them up, they go. Call your friend and